and I was having trouble. This is my male, posies for male. And even on this little tiny guy right here, he's lifting. He's all lifting that didn't catch right here. And we discussed this a couple of sessions ago where you said it might be that the hoop is not, when we put it into ScanNCut, it might have shrunk it because it's 11. Well, even these little guys are missing. If you look on this one, this is lifting right here. There's a little lift right here where it didn't catch it. Can you see that one?
Yeah.
Oh, can you see it? It's right there. They're all over this thing. And I was just about to start that big one you just spoke about. It had the big blocks. I can't remember the name of it. I just downloaded it. I've got all the fabric, but I'm afraid to start because if it's missing and it's a bedspread or it's a quilt, this is not going to get used that much, but a big quilt will.
Right.
But this has got misses on it on these big guys. It'd be like this section over here would miss. And so anyway, I took it to my brother tech 2 weeks ago in Weatherford, Texas. He is 3 weeks out on repairs or servicing. So I should see him in about a week and a half. And he's going to check with brother and he's going to check with ScanNCut and see why I'm missing. I took him this, so he saw where it was the problem. Whether it's my brother or whether it's the ScanNCut or whether it's why is it missing? I'm wondering if it is something I can't fix, can I increase the ScanNCut somehow so that it makes these things just a little bit bigger? Is that what the answer could be?
So given the number of people who have stitched this, you're probably using the PES files, PES?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I don't believe there's anything wrong with those, which gets us to the cutting of the shapes in the first place. Are you using the SVG files or
yes, ma'am.
SVG? That's possibly your problem.
So what file should I be using?
Use the FCM files.
FCM, okay.
Yeah, let me show you why. I'm going to share my screen. Let me just get Brother Canvas Workspace. Are you using the SVG files in your directly in your machine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's probably what your problem is.
Okay.
So, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I am in the Brother Canvas Workspace software, and for all of our SVG files in recent years, we've taken to putting a 12-inch square around them so that you can have an easy, guaranteed way to make sure that your shapes are the exact right size. Now, a few years ago, why do we do that? So if you're using the Silhouette Cameo, I've never heard of any problems. The Silhouette Cameo Studio software will import an SVG file. 12 inches is 12 inches. Everything is good.
Okay.
If people who are using the Cricut Maker, there was a period of time when you imported an SVG file and it would be 187 inches regardless. You know, it would end up being all kinds of different random sizes. So by having this 12-inch square around, you could select everything, set it to be 12 inches, and it doesn't matter what size it came in. For the Brother Canvas Workspace, what happens is this, and I'm going to go to Poses for Mal, and we'll go to the cutting, and I'm going to go to the SVG files. So let's say let's see, the spiral is probably going to be a fairly big design. So I'm going to import that. You see the message that you get here? It
Yes.
says the imported SVG was resized automatically to fit within the red dashed line on the artboard.
I
That
did
is
not
because
get that sign. I didn't get that when I
we
got it
did,
into. I
but
did
you
not.
used directly in your ScanNCut.
Yes.
There's no knowing what's going on there. Because
Okay.
right now, what we ended up with is 11.67, and that should be 12,
Okay.
right? So what I would do is put it into the top left corner, and I make sure that it was 12 by 12. Now I can delete all of the, at least you would like to think I could, wouldn't you? Now I can delete the bounding box, and I'm left with what I need to cut.
Right.
Now then, I am going to, you can see here we've got that set at 0.25, 0.25, and it's 11.44 by 11.31, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I am going to give that a different fill color. Let's make that pink.
Okay.
I'm grouping it, and I'm going to stick it off here to the side. You know what? I'm not actually going to do that. I'm going to undo a whole bunch here.
Okay.
So this is what we originally brought in.
11.57. Yes.
11.67, right? So let's get rid of that. I'm going to change the color of this. So this is the original thing that actually was brought in on the SVG file. We're going to make it pink. I'm going to group it, and I'm actually going to set it to 0.25 and 0.25
Okay.
on it. That only did the one. Okay.
You'll have to do them individually, right?
Well, no, I'm just trying to group everything, and for whatever reason, it wasn't playing. So. Okay, so this is the original SVG file without doing anything to it except for removing that bounding box. I've grouped it. Yep, we're grouped, and I've changed the color. So I'm going to, except for, I am not understanding what is happening right now, but okay, we are grouped. I'm going to stick that off over there. What I'm going to do now is, instead of going into the SVG folder, I'm going to go into the FCM folder.
Okay.
And we did the spirals, right?
Right.
That is sitting exactly where I want it to. If we select all of these, you can see they're at 0.25, 0.25. So they're a 1/4 inch in from the edge.
Okay.
Right? If I take this group of stuff and move it to 0.25 by 0.25, can you see the size difference?
Yes, I do. Big difference.
So it doesn't altogether explain why because yours aren't that off.
No, they're
just
not that far off. They're just a pinch off. Yeah, they're just enough to not catch the stitch.
Which is a little bit weird, but this is what would happen using the SVG files without fixing the sizing issue, which is why we provide the FCM files. Brother is actually the only cutting machine company that allows us to provide you with files that you can use directly in your cutting machine.
Okay.
Silhouette and Cricut have all kinds of copyright stuff going on, but wherever they are provided, use the FCM files rather than the SVG files.
Good to know. Okay, I just
Um,
didn't want to start a big quilt and then be so disappointed and all that money I put into the fabric. And you know, you get so excited and then you're getting failure after failure and you're thinking, I know I followed the rules very carefully and why? It's just kind of, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Exactly. So here's a way of testing this. Use either one of the coaster designs or the tulip designs that are included in Poses for Mel. You did that have the same problem?
I cut it out manually.
Okay.
So that's a
Make
big
another
cheat.
one. I
Yeah.
love the binding that you put on there. How
Yeah.
beautiful is that?
Yeah, it's all cute. Yeah.
That's
This
so
is my
gorgeous.
practice. I always practice ahead of time. That's just for
So
safekeeping, just to get to know the person, the digitizer, all of that. You know, you got to learn the person first before you jump into
Yep.
something bigger. So this is number one after this. And now I'm going to start a big 60 by 60 quilt. And that's when I started having a problem with my ScanNCut.
Yeah, make a matching coaster, but this time use the, you know what, if you would be willing, make two more coasters. One of them cut in the
SCM. Mm-hmm.
using the SVG file the exact same way that you were doing, and the other of them using the FCM files directly in your ScanNCut.
Okay, I can do that.
And let me know what the difference is.
Okay. Okay. I did try the little tulip the little guy, you know, this guy right here. He's on the wall over there, but I tried him and it got close. It got real close. So I had no idea that the two files would
Now
make that kind of a difference.
that tulip guy you cut using the SVG files?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so forget the coaster, make another tulip, but using the FCM,
Yeah.
because then you've got something directly to compare it with.
Okay. I will do that.
And we know how it goes. That should solve your problem. And Sunshine Cove, are you going for Sunshine Cove next?
What is just a minute. It's the one you just talked about with that previous lady.
Dreaming.
Say that again.
Simply Dreaming.
Yes, Simply Dreaming. That's the one I want to do.
Yeah, use the FCM files.
Okay. Good to
and
know.
You should have no problem.
You know, I don't know if maybe I read everything I can before I start, but I saw nowhere where it says if you have a brother scan or if you have brother ScanNCut or if you have a brother machine, you may want to do that. I don't know if that's good to have in your notes or whatever. If it's anywhere, I don't remember seeing it.
Hang tight 1 second. I want to see for Poses for Mel. In the instructions folder, we always have an applique preparation document.
I got that right here. See, I've got it in my notebook here. See? Right
Okay,
there.
what does it say on the last paragraph, section 6 on page 2?
It said, if you have brother ScanNCut, use FCM. Thank you. Right there in big old bold letters. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Let me know if this
I'm
actually
showing my
solves.
age because I'm 69.
You know what? Age doesn't matter here.
It doesn't.
It does not matter here at all.
But I love doing different digitizers and I love trying other things because it just keeps me alive when I try all these different techniques, because I've been a long armor for 20 years now for customers. And now I'm just trying to get my little hands wet with the appliques. And I just wanted to learn your techniques. I wanted to learn how to set this up. I wanted to learn how that worked. It just intrigued me. So I just need to read more carefully. Thank you.
You are so welcome. And I'll look forward to hearing from you soon
Okay,
with your
thank you.
success story.
Okay.